Hi people, this time is I'm talking over here. So I'm Gio. This is
Steven.
And we just went to see Barbie.
And yes, you heard that right.
Yes,
Barbie.
we did. We'll talk about it later on. Okay, and it's of course the main one is Margaret Robbie. Then it's Ryan Gosling,
Yeah.
and it's directed by Greta Gerwig. What I mean. Now you know why he's also hosting this time, right?
I'm not just the pretty one sometimes.
It's funny. So the reason I didn't shave, because I don't want to be like people think I'm a Ken there. So I go, no, I'm gonna leave my unshaved beard. I ain't gonna wear a pink, a blonde wig, because then they say, oh, you're a Ken. No, thank you. So we went to see it. Now it got 90% from Rotten Tomato and 84% from people viewing it. And for me, this is my opinion, because we're gonna talk to each other before we do this. I'm in the 80s, low 80s there, because it's still a Barbie. I mean, it was G.I. Joe, I understand. And I kind of understand, and there's a lot of people who wear pink. That's why we didn't do it, okay? And
in our hearts, we did. We just didn't want to do it outside. And
my undies.
And when we walked out of the theater, we did get certain glances. Us two big guys.
We got all glances.
So
I had on my side.
For me was the
comedy show of all the comedy shows.
That was one of the best highlights.
Because we're coming out of it, and I was on the right side, he was on the left side, and it was like a man who was just looking at me, and it's like, what the heck are you doing? Then he looks at Steven, he's like, what? Did you guys come out of the right theater? Am I in the right theater, can I say? So that was automatic, was the ending of all endings, okay? So anyway, so let's go back to the movie. So we're doing this because we're doing the Bob Heister, whatever you want to call it. We'll pronounce it better. Bob, yeah? Wow, who the heck is?
Who cares?
So we're doing, because that's what we're going to see later on, okay? And personally, I'm happy the trailer of Barbie didn't give away that much. It just gave you enough that you should go into the real world, that's all. And so I didn't expect much of it, which I enjoyed a lot of it. That's why I enjoyed it a lot. It's because the storyline is very well done for a Barbie. Now you think of it, people go, oh, but it's a Barbie. Yeah, it's like us watching the Transformers, us watching the Teenage Mutant Turtle Ninja, whatever that crappy thing, or G.I. Joe, and Barbie. Beginning house in the Barbie world, I love the way the toast pops out and how they eat, how they drink, how they walk, take showers, how she comes out of the house. It was well thought out to make a Barbie world the way the Barbie world is, realistically wise, because they're not like dolls, right? And how they went to that world, to the real world, and the Mattel, like certain parts, you start wondering, the chairmen of the Mattel, with Will Ferrell and everything, are they half and half? Are they really 100% human? Because they don't act like humans. You start seeing a certain chase and everything. You kind of see, goes, is this real? Are they really humans, or they're from the Barbie world, got in there or whatever? No, they should be Ken. Let's go this way. So overall, the story is very well. The one thing I thought it would be a different. This is my Geo version, right? A certain part of the Barbie, the original Barbie, there, she wasn't sure where she wants to be. And then there's a woman who plays Ruth. She goes, well, you can decide. So she was getting her memories, right? Now, me, I thought the memory, when it was about to start, I thought, this is Jill's version, right? You'll see a life created, this and that. It comes to a point that when she emerges as a human, she'll be the old woman on the bus stop. Because you see that old woman, like I'll make her walk back home. She opens the door and then she has Barbie stuff, and she looks herself in the mirror and goes, it was good to see the younger version of me. And she will be that's the old Barbie. So you don't know, like, so the memories y'all seen is that she got thrown back in time, and she did the life of that older woman. Now, if she's a grandmother or mother, or she's still single, we have no idea. All we know is that she lived through a ripe old age, and Barbie find her gorgeous because she's sent there and there. And that would be my ending, except their ending, kind of sense. So this is Gio's ending. So overall, besides blabbering like crazy, I liked it. For Barbie, like I wouldn't have been here if it was a big competition with Barbie and Oppenheimer and whatever it's called, the other one we're going to see it. See, I pronounced it good. Was that the big competition thing that whoever created, you sucked us in big time? I wouldn't have gone on Barbie. I would have been forced when a girl would say, Johnny, if you want some hugging kisses, you have to watch Barbie with me on TV. Then I would watch it.
But I said I was going to give you hugging kisses if you go see Barbie.
As I say, I underline girlfriend.
Oh, okay,
girl, or should I say woman, okay?
Okay, sir.
So the whole point is, I'm happy that little competition made me go out, and I do find it's good. Now, for me, myself, Barbie, it's going to strike big very fast in a couple of weeks, and it's probably going to die out because most women bringing their kids and this and that. Oppenheimer, I think it's going to start slowly, and then it's going to pick up and stay long. But we haven't seen it yet, so I cannot say it yet. So that's enough talking for me because we'll be talking later on again. What you, Steven, think?
Okay, so I used to watch Barbie cartoons with my daughter. So walking in, I thought I was going to watch a Barbie where she's a ballerina or some little adventure with a little romantic love story. And this is Barbie having an existential crisis and has to figure out who she is in the world. And the movie becomes a semi-satire of men and women in the world. Interesting take. The first, I think, 15 minutes, I was like, this is not the Barbie I know. But as it started rolling along, I really learned to appreciate how director Greta Gerwig kind of took this movie in an unexpected direction and a welcome direction. And I was pleasantly entertained. But like I said, it did take me a few minutes to go, oh, I'm not in Barbie land, really, per se. This is not going to, it is Barbie land, but it's not a kid's movie. I don't think, I saw a kid in front of us in the theater, the kid was bored. This is not going to be for children like 6 and under that watch the Barbie cartoons. This is going to be for older kids and women who grew up with Barbie. I think it's a good movie for them, and I enjoyed it. It's not the movie I thought it was going to be, but that's the best surprise. Like Gio said, we didn't get too much from the previews, so we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I walked in with a preconceived notion of a Barbie cartoon that I used to watch with my daughter, and I got something else. But it's a great something else. I think the movie will do great box office. I think it'll have legs, but it's not going to resonate with children. It's going to resonate with the mothers of these. It's not for. Like I said, it's not for kids.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It is kind of sense. You know, I'll hear me now. You ever watch the Flintstones with kids? They'll laugh at certain things that you're just chuckling like, funny. Then you're laughing, and the kids are looking at you. What's so funny about Wilma and Fred doing what they're doing? That's what it is. It's a kind of movie that when certain kids will appreciate, you're like, youpie-doo. And there's something we appreciate, they'll look at you with why, you know? Because there's in-between messages in both ways. There's the cuteness of the Barbies, and then we're like, okay, whatever, get to the point. But there's an inside story. And the other thing I have to say before I forget...
Yes, Ryan Gosling looked really good with no shirt on. That's what he wanted to say, right?
Ryan Gosling he's amazing.
As Ken.
Oh my God.
He did.
He makes fun of that. And the whole thing also, there's one part, it's like a little... See, Barbie it's a very... And don't forget, Ken, before he goes to the real world, you have to think of it. All the Kens are controlled by girls, right?
Yeah.
So they become Ken girls kind of sense, right? Because Ken is saying, okay, Ken, you have to say that to Barbie, and right? So you have to pretend that these Ken are controlled by girls for the image. So you went to the real world and you see the opposite side, how people change and everything. It's like humans. You take a person from the third world country, you bring them over here, slow but surely they'll become like us. Or we go to the third world country, we'll have the accent like them, with time we become like them. So it's the same thing with that, because I don't want to give away too much. But it's a nice way how it's a woman's world first, and then becomes a man's world, and they have to find balance.
Yeah.
And indirectly she's implying, the director, Greta, saying like, the real world has to do the same thing. Like, women's more rights, women have to have more rights. Women have to have equal pay like men. If they're doing the same job, why not?
Yeah.
And if they're doing the same job and they're getting paid the same thing, and they're not doing less, then you're like, no, then you get paid less. But it's the same for both sides. And I like the way she indiscreetly said that,
Yeah.
which I really appreciated big time. It was well done, and well said.
Yeah, I think it was a good kind of semi-satire on the real world through the eyes of Barbie and Ken, and how their roles get reversed. So really interesting play on that, and I would have to agree on that. So I'm going to say I enjoyed it. I wouldn't necessarily go pay full price for it.
Because we're men. We're men.
But I don't know. It's just not my thing. But like I said, I think if you bring a 6-year-old to see this movie, they will only appreciate this movie as they get older. I think they'll bring more in. They'll laugh at the funny parts.
Yeah.
But the stuff that the director is saying later on about the men and women's roles and their feelings and how you conduct yourself and how things are done will only impact them later on as they watch it again. But it's a good movie, and it's a good movie for a different reason. I was expecting the cartoon Barbies that I saw with my daughter, and I got something else, and it was a pleasant surprise.
As myself, as I said, we went to a matinee, so we paid cheapy price, right? And the thing I like about Barbie is that if I had a daughter, which is they're 1 digit, 9 years old and younger, I'll bring them to the matinee because first of all, you're not gonna bring them at night, right? So I'll pay the matinee price, in which I'm the happiest camper in the world, right? Then if my daughter were teenage era, they're not gonna go with me because like, no, Dad, leave me alone. Just drive me, my friends to the movie. We want to go see a girls' day night, like you're not coming with us, Barbies, and which I'll be like, thank you very much.
You do that really well, by the way.
Thank you, because it's Barbie. 2 hours of Barbie, you become a Ken, like, oh my God. So anyways, so the whole thing is, yeah, I agree with Steven. We're like if you're forced into it, go to matinee.
Go with your girlfriend or your daughter.
Or your daughter. You go with the flow, and you tell your daughter, okay, go to a matinee, because think of it, all matinee half price, and you're willing to pay it, and then you pay an amazing breakfast later on, and they'll be like, Daddy, you're the best, and you're like, I am. Like, we know why. So, anyways, yeah, I agree with Steven 100% because the way we are,
Yeah, that's it. So this is Steven.
And Gio.
The Roundtable is saying we recommend Barbie.
Yes.
It's not the movie you expect, but it's good anyways.
Good storyline to it.
But you let us know what you think. Send us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Hit that like button and subscribe. Again, this is
Gio.
Steven from the Roundtable.
And I refuse to wear pink.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd wear something. Ciao.